Yeah, last week I told you guys I was having a little bit of a sore back, and what happens from time to time is my sacrum joint, the sacroiliac joint, SI joint they call it, sacroiliac, whatever it is, SI joint. You've got the sacrum, which is the triangle part, and the hips, and there's a little joint there, and sometimes that goes out of alignment for me, and I usually go to a chiropractor to get it aligned up. Hasn't happened for a while, but anyway, I found some videos about trying to put it back in the right position, and I was thinking I would go through some of those with you. It's only a short couple of procedures, and then so there's two videos I found, similar kind of procedures, and then one of those videos, it had a subsequent one about strengthening that area so the SI joint doesn't go out of alignment so often. SI joint goes out of alignment probably if maybe I was overdoing it in yoga. Sometimes if it's a trauma, you can get quite bad back aches, and usually for me it's down one side of the back. Come onto your back. So the video I saw, they start on your back. This is to try and bring the SI joint, the sacrum, back in alignment. They start off on your back and you straighten the legs. And you make sure the big toes are in contact. And then you walk the feet in, feet on the ground, big toes touching again. And then you walk the feet out so the feet are hip distance apart. Now why you lengthen the legs, I'm not sure. I think it's just to make sure you've got the right alignment. Then you pull the knees in. So you've got 90 degrees at the knees and the hips. You take hold of the back of one leg and you bring the other hand onto the front of the other leg. So we're going to do some isometric work here. So you're going to pull with one hand and push with the other hand a lot. At the same time, you're keeping the knees in alignment. So you don't want one knee more forward than the other knee. Try and get that nice alignment. And then start pulling one leg and pushing the other leg as much as you possibly can. And we do this for a count of 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then we switch. Pushing the other leg and pulling the other leg. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You bring both feet to the ground. Now the gal that did this video, she says after the next thing that we do, sometimes the back clicks. It hasn't clicked for me at all, but maybe it would for you if your sacrum's not quite aligned right. You want a block or something you can put between the legs. You could even maybe put fists between the legs. So we're going to make sure the big toes are touching. Walk the feet apart. Now this time we'll keep the feet on the ground. And you can take a block or the fists. I'm going to actually take a roller between the legs. And I'm going to squeeze it as much as I possibly can for a count of 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and release. And according to her, that's all you need to do to get that SI joint back in alignment. There was another video very similar. This time it was a guy doing it, and he actually, instead of he actually had a pole or a broom handle, something like that, between his legs, and he could push one side, pull the other side, but it's basically similar. But he had a second video doing some core stabilization. So let's start off with that. And all we're going to do is pull one knee in, keeping both knees bent, and we switch. Similar to what I do with you guys sometimes, but I usually bring both knees in. And this is nice and easy, and you can feel it working on the core. So what he does is he does 20 of these. And then just relaxes. And then you'll do actually 3 sets of 20. Now sometimes, I've been doing this regularly last week. Sometimes I'll just do 1 longer set or two longer sets, sometimes 3. But let's do 3 of these for today. So again, pulling one knee in, keeping the knees bent, touching the ground with the toes as the foot comes down. And this is a nice easy one just to strengthen the core. And then we just relax. Just for 2 or 3 breaths. And then we'll do another 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now the next thing, and this is just something that I add because I think this is good. I take the feet, still want to keep the big toes in alignment, but I take the feet wider than hips and we do our windshield wipers. So we're just taking the knees from side to side and we're moving with the breath. Inhale as the knees come up, exhale as they go down. I've always thought this is a really good one for the back. You're working the spine a little bit, getting a bit more mobility there. And just stretching out some of those muscles. We'll just do a few of these. And I'm moving with the breath. Inhale as the knees come up, exhale down, inhale, exhale. And then we become still. So the next thing, and this is from the video, is the bridges, dynamic bridges coming up and down, and we do this a lot together anyway. And again, I think it was 3 sets of 20, and I like to come up on the inhale, and you're really engaging the glutes as you come up, keeping the legs nice and parallel, and then you're coming down, and then I just relax for a little bit before I come up again. 2, we probably won't do 3 sets of 20, maybe just 1 set of 20. 3, 4, really engage those glutes as you come up. 5, keeping the legs parallel. 6, 7, 8. As long as you're moving with the breath, that's fine. As long as you're breathing, that's fine. But you don't want to hold the breath at all when you're doing anything. Unless it's a special breath retention kind of sequence, pranayama. So this is, you're going to start feeling the legs working on this one. The glutes, it's strengthening the back, the lower back muscles in particular. And this is a great one just to keep everything stabilized. Couple more. and then we slowly come down and relax. Probably they do a little bit more in the video. I don't remember. So if you Google how to align the SI joint, you might, or the sacrum, you might find some videos there that do similar things to this. So the next thing on the video is the side plank. It's a forearm side plank. And you can keep that bottom knee on the ground if you want, like this, or you can just bring both knees off the ground. And we're trying to be on straight line, so we're not dropping the hips. We're trying to get nice and neutral. I'm pushing the forearm into the ground, and I'm bringing that other arm up. On the video, he does 3 sets of 20 count for a set. Maybe we'll just do 2 sets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We come down and we relax. So for those that joined a little bit late, we started off doing a couple of exercises to stabilize, to try and realign the SI joint, and we're now working on stabilizing it. Another set, hips up, raise the arm, bottom knee can be down if you want. I'm really pushing that forearm into the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and come all the way down. We're just doing 2 sets. If you get into the habit of doing these things, work up to 3 sets. We switch over to the other side. Whenever you're ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keeping the whole body in one nice alignment, don't drop the hips. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Planks are good. Nobody likes planks, but they really help to strengthen the body. Next set, hips up, bottom knee can be down if you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, come all the way down. Then regular forearm planks. 2 sets. Again, you can have the knees up like this. If you want a little bit more challenge, you bring the hips up. Don't drop the back. Not too much arch in the back. Pull the belly in towards the spine, it's like crazy. Keep engaging those belly muscles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pushing the forearms into the ground, lifting up between the shoulders. Engage those glutes, belly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We come down and we relax. It's all the kind of stuff that you do in yoga anyway, but just a little bit different to how we normally go about it. Next set, hips up, pull the belly in. Hips not too high, hips not too low. Don't let the belly drop. Really pull the belly in towards the spine. Pushing the forearms into the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. He would do 3 sets. We're just doing the 2 sets. We're going to relax here. Okay, next. Now this is my addition. We're just going to bring one leg up and down. Full range of motion. Go slowly, engaging the glutes as you bring the leg up. This is going to strengthen the glutes and the lower back muscles. And I'm doing about 20 of these. And then I'm going to hold it for kind of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other leg, bringing the other leg up and down, full range of motion. So if you have any back issues, maybe it's the SI joint. To be sure, you need to, get yourself checked out, see a chiropractor or physical therapist. Hold the leg up, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We relax totally. You bring the hands under the shoulders. We come into child's pose and just hang out here. We walk the arms over to one side, getting a little bit of stretch on the outer lower back. And then we walk the hands over to the other side. And then we come onto our hands and knees. So the next thing in the video. Now we do this a lot where we're just holding it. In the video, it's a dynamic movement, so you're bringing one arm up, one leg, and you're not taking the leg too high, trying to keep the hips nice and even to the ground, and we just switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and we just relax for a bit. I can't remember how many you did, probably 3 sets of these as well. We'll just do 2 sets. We're keeping the back neutral. Whenever you're ready, second set, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I rather like that. I feel you're working, you're getting a little bit more heat. Come into child's pose. Come up, sit on the heels. So that's it for aligning the sacrum, the SI joint, and strengthening. Bring the hands behind the feet. Tuck the chin Open the chest. Head goes back carefully. Really puff out the chest, and if you want, you bring the hips up. Breathe. We bring the sit bones down. We slide the hands forward, back onto our hands and knees, into downward facing dog. Pushing the thumb, index finger into the ground, little finger looking between the legs. We walk the feet a little bit close, a couple of inches between the big toes, and we start walking the dog, bending one knee as you straighten the opposite leg. Stretching out the calf muscles, arms are working. We're stretching out the arms, so we're strengthening the arms. And we hold one leg straight, one knee bent. We go into a little deeper downward facing dog, bringing the head a little closer to the ground. We switch legs. And then we look forward, we walk forward between the hands. Inhaling as you come halfway up. Exhale, folding forward, relaxing the head. Bend the knees, and we come up into chair, and then into mountain. Okay, let's do a little bit of flow. So we come to the front of the mat. Inhaling into chair pose. Exhale, folding forward and down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, we plant the hands, we walk into plank. Engage that core, elbows in, knees, chin, chest to ground. Inhaling into cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Now this time we stack the hips, bending that top knee, and you breathe. We switch legs. Other leg comes up. We stack those hips, bending that top knee. Back into downward facing dog. Look forward, walk forward between the hands. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, folding forward. Knees bent. We come back into chair and then up into mountain. Inhale into chair pose. Exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, we plant the hands. Plank. Knees down, chin, chest forward and down. Inhaling into cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, this time star pose. You're bringing that knee forward. You're shooting the leg out. So I'm lining the foot up with the hands, and then I'm opening that chest. You could do another side plank if you prefer. I'm trying to look up towards the ceiling and breathe. We bring that hand down, hold. We do a couple of push-ups. 1, 2, 3. We extend the same leg. We switch. Other leg comes up. We bring the knee forward. We shoot the leg over to the side. Both legs are straight. Hips are off the ground. And we open up towards the ceiling. Breathe. We bring that top hand down. If you can't do this, no worries. 1, 2, 3. We extend the leg. Top foot joins the bottom foot. We look forward, walk forward between the hands. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, folding forward. Knees bent. And we're back in chair. And then we come all the way up. Inhale into chair pose. Exhale, folding forward and down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, we plant the hands, plank. Knees down, chin, chest forward and down. Inhaling into cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the right leg up. stack the hips. Now this time we're going to flip that dog. So we're going to let that top foot come all the way down to the ground and then open up again like we opened up in star. Well, this is flip the dog. And then we unflip. We switch legs, extended down dog other side, stack the hips, bend the top knee and flip the dog. We unflip, top foot joins the bottom foot, we look forward, walk forward between the hands, inhale halfway up, exhale folding forward, knees bent, we're back in chair and then into mountain. So my back is doing okay, it's feeling a lot better than it did last week. Whether it's that core stabilization and SI stuff, I don't know. Chair. Folding forward. Halfway up. Plank. Chaturanga or knees, chin, chest to ground. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, we sweep that foot through. We come into warrior one. We exhale into warrior two. And then we'll do a reverse warrior. And then extended side angle pose. Straight line from that top hand all the way through to that back foot. Don't let the butt stick out. Don't let the hips stick forward. Trying to keep the back nice and neutral. You're looking up towards the ceiling and breathe. Maybe lower that bottom hand towards the ground or towards a block if you want. And you can get a little deeper. Deeper straight in the hip particularly for me. We come back up into warrior two, reverse warrior, and then we flow to the other side. Plank, engage the core, chaturanga, inhaling into up dog, exhale downward facing dog, inhale the left leg up, exhale we sweep that foot through, we come into warrior one on the other side. Adding a little bit of a backward bend. Next exhale, warrior two. Just like extended side angle, you're not sticking the butt out or the hips forward. Trying to get nice and neutral. We do a reverse warrior and then extended side angle. Back into warrior two. Reverse warrior, and then into plank, and just hold plank for a couple of breaths. Back is neutral, and just like that forearm plank we did earlier, you're pulling the belly in a lot. Heels are over the toes, we're bringing the whole body forward, elbows in, chaturanga, inhaling into upward facing dog, opening that chest, engaging the core as you transition back into down dog. And we hold down dog. We look forward, we walk forward between the hands. Inhale halfway up, exhale folding forward, knees bent, come into chair, stay in chair, twist towards your right side, bringing that left arm to the outside of the right leg, palms together. Try and keep the knees in alignment, and then maybe we split the arms and breathe. Back into regular chair, and then take the twist in the other direction. Maybe split the arms and take a few breaths. We come into regular chair, and then we come all the way up and we shake everything out. A few standing poses. Bring the arms up, interlace the fingers, point the index finger towards the ceiling, keeping the arms either side of the ear. So you're framing the face, you reach towards the ceiling, and we take a side stretch in one direction. We inhale, reach up as you come into neutral, and then exhale over to the other side. So we're always trying to get length with the inhale. Inhale back, and then bring the arms down by the side. Shake out the arms, the shoulders, move. Extend the right arm forward, shoulder back. And you're going to pull that arm in towards you. Keep the shoulder happy. So the arm doesn't have to be too high. You can lower the arm if it's too much on the shoulder. And we're just pulling that arm in, getting a nice easy stretch. Going deeper with the breath. We switch. Other arm extended forward, shoulder back. We pull that arm in. You're going to pull above the elbow, otherwise you're not going to feel anything, I don't think. And then we release. We interlace the fingers, extending the arms forward, shoulders back. So a nice stretch to the fingers and the palms. We bring the arms up, we look up towards the ceiling. Then we interlace behind the back. We bend the knees and we rest the belly on the legs. And we just start to bring the arms up. Be careful with the shoulders, keep the shoulders happy. Try and relax the shoulders. Head is relaxed. It's almost like you're trying to breathe into those shoulders. We bring the hands down to the ground. We take the feet a little bit wider, so maybe there's a couple of inches between the feet. The outer edges of the feet are parallel. We slide the hands underneath the feet, so you're on the back of the hand, toes are right into the wrist. The knees are bent so that the belly's resting on the legs, head is relaxed, and then you're pulling yourself a little closer, keeping contact between the belly and the legs. You try and straighten the legs just a little bit more, getting a bit more of a hamstring stretch, and breathe. And then we bend the knees again. And then we just roll up, keeping the head totally relaxed. Just roll up. Inhaling as the arms come up. Exhale, back into mountain. You're on the right foot. Left foot is inside that standing leg. Palms together. Working those inner quads in particular. If your foot is above the knee, you should be able to feel those legs working. Arms come up, shoulders down. Hang out here. Your choice. You can stay in tree, or you can progress to dancer pose by taking hold of that top foot, keeping the legs in nice and close, extending the other arm forward, and we start hinging at the hips. Go slow, go controlled. Keep looking towards that hand that's extended forward. And then we slowly come out. Challenging pose. Shake out, move those shoulders, whatever. Other side, you're on the left foot. It's getting a little bit hot and sticky in here. Even though it's supposed to be a lot cooler than yesterday, it's still pretty hot, still pretty warm. Engaging the muscles of that standing leg. And bringing the arms up. And then if you want to go into dancer pose, you take hold of that foot. Now make sure that knee is in. If the leg starts to go out, you're going to lose your balance more easily. So just keep those knees in, that knee into midline. You're pushing that foot into that backhand. Other arm is extended forward. And then you slowly hinge at the hips. I have to do it slow to keep my balance, or to have any chance of keeping my balance. And then we come out and we shake everything out with those shoulders. Okay, one last standing pose. One of my favorites, eagle pose, Garudasana. We extend the arms, so you've got lines of energy through the arms. Shoulders are soft. We bring the right arm under the left arm. We get the hands parallel if we can, back of the hands or the palms. We then come into chair, and then we bring the right leg on top. We squeeze those legs and then maybe hook the foot. I'm almost there. We then make sure we center the arms, we sit a little bit lower, we lean back slightly, and we bring the arms up a little. And you breathe. And we release. Lots of hip work, lots of shoulder work. Balance is a challenge. Get ready for the other side, arms extended. You bring the left arm under the right arm. You come into chair, you bring the left leg on top, you squeeze the legs and maybe hook the foot. You might find one side is easier than the other side. This is my easier side. I'm sitting lower, I'm leaning back, centering the arms, bringing the arms up. Breathe. And release. Actually, while we're here, why don't we do one more standing? If you have a block is in front, you know what's going to happen. It's standing pigeon. We're on the right foot. Knee is bent, left outer ankle on top of that right leg, and we just rest the hands on that top leg. This top foot nicely flexed. And this is as far as you need to go. But if you're so inclined and your body's okay with it, you can bring the hands lower, onto the block, onto the ground, toes touching. No flying pigeon. Unless you want to have a go at flying pigeon, you can do that if you want. Just hang out here. Another thing you can do in this pose is actually add a twist. You could twist to one side if you were in the mood for that, but I'm not in the mood for that today. Switch to the other side. Top foot is flexed, standing knee is bent. I just start off easy. We go easy, we start off easy and gradually get deeper. Just giving the body time to keep up with us. And then maybe bring the hands a little lower. And then we slowly come back up. And we put the block, if you have a block, put the block to one side. Okay, come to the front of the mat. Come into chair. Fold forward. Halfway up. Plant the hands into plank. Chaturanga. Inhaling into up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, we sweep that foot through. We're going to go into a low lunge. And I'm trying to glue that front foot to the mat and pull it in. And then we bring the arms up. We bring the hands down. So I'm on my fingertips. I'm going to walk that front foot forward just an inch or two. And on an exhale, extend the leg. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, extend. Just moving with the breath. Inhaling as you lunge, exhale as you extend. A couple more times. And then we're going to hold that extension. And we walk the hands a little bit closer. And maybe you want to be on the fingertips or even on blocks. Try and keep the back fairly neutral, not rounded too much. If you can get contact between the belly and the leg, then you can come down into a and you can come down further, so you're getting more of a stretch, into a deeper stretch. Those are the words I'm looking for. So it's a good hamstring stretch. If that's not, you don't like that one, you can be on your backs and you use the strap, stretching out the hamstring. Lizard. Forearms can be on a block, you can be on your hands like this, or you can bring the forearms onto the ground, whichever feels the best for you. Into another hip opener. And then we switch to the other side, coming into a low lunge on the other side, gluing that front foot, pulling that front foot towards that back knee, arms come up. And then we bring the hands down, we walk the foot forward an inch or two, and we do these dynamic movements, extending the leg on the inhale, exhale, lunge, is that right? No, inhale, lunge, exhale, extend. Oh, just make sure you breathe. Yeah, I'm exhaling on the extension. So hold the extension. Walk the hands in a little closer, maybe hands on blocks. And as I say, if you can get contact between the belly and the legs, then you can come down a little bit more. And then we come into lizard. With a block, you can be on your fingertips, or you can bring the forearms to the ground. And then we slowly come back up. So what we haven't done is stretch out the inside of the legs. So let's do that from a standing pose, and we'll do it again when we're on our backs after we've done Happy Baby. So we take the legs wide apart, and again you can have a block there. We do this quite a lot. You want to make sure the legs are vertical, so don't bring the hips too far forward or too far back. And we bring in the hands under the shoulders so the arms are parallel to the legs, the outer edges of the feet are parallel. And then we just straighten one leg as we bend the opposite knee. Inhale up, exhale over. You're probably feeling the stretch down the inside of the legs on this one. We hold one leg straight, one knee bent, and you're really pushing that outer edge of that foot into the mat, trying to lift up the instep. Inhale up, exhale to the other side, and then just hold this for a few breaths. Come back up. Right, now let's bring the left hand to center. We open the chest up. So you want to try and stack the arms, keeping that top arm nicely lined up with the back. So you're moving the back and the arm as one unit. You're breathing. And we switch. Take your time here. Opening up and bringing the arm up. And we bring the hand down. Okay, try this. So we're going to walk the hands over to the right foot. And you're going to take hold of the right ankle with the left hand. Other hand is on top of the left hand. And you're going to bring that lower elbow a little bit lower if you can. And you're bringing the head in closer towards the leg. And then we walk over to the other foot and we take hold of that ankle, bringing the lower elbow towards the ground, head in towards the leg if you can, and we hang out here. Try and bring a bit more weight onto the toes. And we release. We walk the feet in a little closer. And we turn 90 degrees. So it's like warrior two legs, but the feet are a little closer to each other. And then we straighten the front leg. And we come up. And then we take hold of the opposite elbows. We keep both legs straight, and then we hinge forward, bringing the torso parallel to the ground. So we're getting a bit more of a hamstring stretch on this pose. I think this one's called pyramid. We come up, keep hold of the elbows, and we swivel on the heels. Both legs are straight. Pyramid on the other side. We come back up. We swivel again. We bring the hands onto the ground. We come into plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. We bring the knees down, we sit on the heels, we lean over onto our side and we come onto our backs. Pull both knees in nice and close and just rock a little bit, holding onto the knees, rocking from side to side. We take hold of the feet, so we're coming into happy baby. Keep length in the neck. Take hold of the big toes. First two fingers, thumb around the big toe. I'm trying to keep my tailbone in contact with the ground. And then we see if we can extend the legs into a V position. You might not get there, but that's the intent. You're pushing out the heels, keeping hold of the big toes, pulling the shoulders down away from the ears. Getting another stretch down the inside of the legs on this one, or maybe you feel it on the hamstrings. And then let's go into a twist. So extend the left leg on the ground, pull the right knee in. So I'm going to shift my hips slightly over to the right and then come into the twist. Bringing that right knee over to the left side, extending the right arm, palm up, shoulder in, shoulder blade in, shoulder down, shoulders grounded. Breathe. We come out of that twist, we pull both knees in and we do a little bit of rocking. Then we take the twist in the other direction, extending the right leg, left knee pulled in. I'm then going to shift my hips slightly over to the left as I take my knee over to the right side, extending that left arm, palm up, shoulder down, and just hang out here. You really want to try and keep the shoulders grounded so there's no stress on the shoulder. Full body stretch. Legs extended. Arms extended over the head. And then take a little bit of a side stretch, getting into a banana shape. And then we stretch out the other side. And then we recenter. And we come into Savasana. So, plenty of space between the feet. Arms either side of you, palms up, eyes closed, and just totally relax. Maybe moisten the lips. I like to have the palms face up, because I think it opens the chest a little bit more. Just let the whole body sink into the ground. Keeping your focus on the breath. Start to wiggle the toes, the fingers, just moving the fingers and toes. And then stretch out the hands, stretch out the feet. And relax. Again, stretch out hands and feet. And relax. One more time. Stretching out the hands and feet. And relax. Walk the feet in. And just roll over to your side, keeping the eyes closed. And maybe take 3 or 4 breaths. And then gently push yourself up into a seated position. Inhale as the arms come up. Exhale as they come down. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do a couple more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Keeping the palms together, hands to the forehead. Namaste.